sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Checkup, the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.
And we are back here in the Hinkle at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. It's in the Jacobs High School gym. I'm Brandon Giese alongside Patrick Harrion, and we're going to bring you another live action basketball game here. It's going to be the Constellation C Bracket Championship. It's the Streamwood Sabres taking on the Lakes Community Eagles. We didn't get any starting lineups, but they're coming up for you on the board there. For the Eagles, you're going to have number 3 Bradley Cherry, 11 Michael Barrett, 12 Wade Parmley, 21 LeSean Triplett, and 22 Logan McCann. The Sabres starters have just flashed up on the board as well. You're going to have Marquez, 20, Lamont Cole, number 23, number 32, Keenan Cole, number 33, Brendan Martone, and number 34, Nikola Sinek. I could have pretty much guaranteed you that those three would play. Do you got anything for us here on either of these teams?
Now, with Streamwood, it's a good team with around the three-point line. They got 3 guys over 6'5". Watch out for them inside and outside of the paint. And for the Eagles, Michael Barrett is a good three-point shooter. We saw it the other day in a good game against Peyton when they won 55-45. He's a pretty good three-point shooter. Watch him alongside the arc. And make sure to look out for those free throws. As you see, Lakes only has 53%.
Yep, that could
a little bit of a problem.
Could come into play for sure. We're just seconds away from a tip here, and you know what that means. That means that this game is brought to you by Custom Heating Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your comfort needs, heating or air conditioning, give them a call at 847-622-7483 or find them online at customheating.com. It's going to be Martone tipping with Wade Parmley, and in the circle, Martone will win it. Marquez will set it up. Gets it into Cole right away. Inside pass was last touched by Bradley Cherry, and Streamwood will retain that possession.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that inside passing, especially to Cole or Sinek, 2 of the guys over 6'5". They're going to be a threat down low.
Cole just couldn't get that one to fall, and here come the Eagles. Triplett will handle it. He gives it up. Far side, that's going to be Barrett. Screen. Parmley swing to Triplett.
I'm feeling there's going to be a lot of outside shots in this game. He's trying to drive in against those 3 guys over 6'5". It's going to be very hard to do.
A dribble drive from Barrett. A scoop right-handed layup, no good. Sinek with the board, and he gets it to Martone quickly. Down the lane, Keenan Cole. Yes, Keenan Cole will be the first one to get on the board in this game. And Keenan Cole is always a threat to throw it down as well, so keep your eye on number 32 in black.
Even though we haven't seen it this tournament, I have a feeling we might see one today.
He has dunked here in the tournament, but we haven't actually gotten to experience it. The only dunk we've seen actually the whole tournament is from, we saw two, Brendan Martone, who's down there in black on 33, and then we also saw a dunk in the game from Johnsburg. It was Jackson LaMarche who threw down a dunk to spark them in their come from behind victory yesterday.
We'll see more of Johnsburg after this game.
LaShawn Triplett now will give it up. Logan McCann swings it inside quickly. Bradley Cherry with a two-pointer.
You see, they're taking their time a little bit there, waiting for a guy to get open. And maybe try, even though driving inside's gonna be a little difficult, he seemed to make me eat my words there. Took it down low with ease.
Nikola Sinic, we've seen him shoot threes before. That's why I've coined him as Three-Cola Sinic at times. And Martone will take it on the other side. Marquez to Lamont Cole. Keenan Cole, he definitely took a step before dribbling the ball. And it will go in the Eagles' possession. The Eagles doing their best on the bench over here to get loud and clap during the Streamwood Sabre possession.
It's gonna be important for the Eagles to capitalize on these turnovers here. Because Streamwood is a pretty good shooting team.
Pass is to McCann at the top, looking for a cutter. There was nothing going there. Bradley Cherry will dribble. Something to note, actually, Bradley Cherry, as a guard, is their tallest player on the floor at all times at 6'2". There's going to be a 30-second timeout here from the Lakes Community Eagles. They want to talk it over, talk about the pace of play, maybe about running the offense, what they're doing in and out of sets. As you can get a good look inside the Streamwood Sabre huddle there as well.
I have a feeling with the Eagles, they're going to try to maybe think of a play. Like they were struggling to kind of get the ball around. They couldn't really find a guy open. Maybe they're trying to find Barrett along the corner, like where he's comfortable been shooting like yesterday. Or maybe they'll try to find another guy all around the corner as well.
Coming out of the timeout, there will be just under 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. If you're just now joining us on YouTube, it is the Hinkle Holiday Classic. I'm Brandon Giese alongside Patrick Harrion here in the Jacobs High School gym. Inbound goes to Triplett. He will set up the offense for the Sabres. Excuse me, for the Eagles. Far side swing pass is thrown away, and I don't think that's what the coach drew up in the timeout. Chris Snyder looked to be a little upset after that.
You seem to just have air-mailed that one.
And out goes Triplett very quickly after air-mailing that pass. In will come Ethan Greenfield.
You do not want to give Streamwood the chance to keep scoring like they did yesterday. Even though the game was a little closer than it seemed, 74-62, they still took advantage of every turnover they had.
Sinic almost lost the handle on it. They get it to Marquez, and he will reset. Cole to Marquez. Sinic for three, no. Rebound tipped, controlled by Wade Parman. Here comes Michael Barrett. He gives it up. Pass was tipped by Sinic quickly up to Cole. Looked like he might have taken an extra step, but got away with it. Martone will get it out. Sinic for three. Yes! Nikola Sinic gets on the board for his first three-pointer, and he is very easily sparked from out there, so keep your eye on that going forward in this game.
He can get hot fast.
A good pass inside from Michael Barrett to Logan McCann. It did not fall, but McCann will go to the free throw line.
It's important to keep the ball low on passes. As you saw earlier, one of the taller guys just stuck his hand up and blocked an a higher pass. And it's important to keep the ball low because it's hard for those guys to bend over and intercept it.
McCann puts the first one up, and that one will fall for him. Logan McCann, his first opportunity at the line for the afternoon. Second one is up, and that one is also good for Logan McCann. 2 for 2 at the stripe this time to start off the game. And the inbound will come back to Martone. One of the more interesting players in the tournament is Martone because he is practically a 6'5" guard, which makes him very tough to handle on defense.
They also don't really see much either. A big, tall guy coming up with the ball.
Here comes Cole down the lane. He had it tipped, or else he looked like he was going to finish that. Here comes McCann. He'll get it into Parmley to the corner. Far side, Barrett down the middle. And that one will be tipped, but they're going to say it's a foul on Keenan Cole.
It looked like he got all ball there. I didn't really see much contact. Did you?
I personally thought it might have been clean, but then again, we have kind of a bad angle from that to that far side. He could have gotten a piece of the arm. Either way, it's going to go to Barrett at the line. Barrett will throw the first one up and in, and 3 for 3 from the line are the Eagles after we thought they might struggle at the line.
I think they turned it around yesterday too. They made a lot of good free throws when it mattered.
Yeah, Barrett 2 for 2, and we did see Logan McCann yesterday come through at the line pretty often, if I'm remembering correctly. So the two guys that went to the line are probably the two best free throw shooters on the team. Keenan Cole now with it. Wearing that padded sleeve with a headband. He's easy to see down there on the floor. Standing in at 6'7". Cole for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Marquez, quickly out to Lamont Cole. He'll get up to Martone. Marquez down the lane, tried to get it into Keenan Cole, but he could not. Quickly up the floor, they're gonna pass the ball around pretty niftily, and Bradley Cherry will get on the board once again. Bradley Cherry was a pretty big impact in that Lakes Community Eagles win yesterday morning.
It's gonna be important for them to continue passing the ball good and continuing to shoot good as well.
How is that staying in Streamwood's possession?
I didn't see a Streamwood guy even
close to it, or I didn't see a Community Eagle tip it at all.
Very confusing play.
I don't understand quite why a foul was not called. Apparently it was tipped. I didn't see it. Cole dribble drive did not go anywhere. They get it back to the top. A swing pass to Marquez, and they reset.
The Eagles are doing a pretty good job of stopping Cole from going in. He hasn't made, I don't think, any of his shots he's drove in with.
They give it to him now. Through the middle of the lane, and they're going to call a traveling violation.
He definitely had one too many steps there.
You can't hop step into steps, so that's going to do it right there. Because a hop step actually counts as 2 because you come down 1, 2, right, and then he stepped again. In now, number 12, Jack Mabrin for the Sabres. Barrett now, a dribble drive penetration, gets it blocked from behind by Mabrin, and here they come.
He just got stuffed there. You saw the height there, just stuck his hand over him and slammed the ball back down.
Marquez off a dribble drive, Mabrin in the corner, no good. Rebound there is controlled by Bradley Cherry. They give it up, Barrett, far side. They're working it around the perimeter, and eventually the ball is given to Tyler Gunther. Bradley Cherry for 3, no good. And here comes Cole looking for some help. I don't know why he didn't push that on his own. Cole in the corner for 3, yes. Keenan Cole finally gets one to fall from 3.
It's good to see from Streamwood. They missed a lot of their three-pointers.
It definitely looks like Keenan Cole has come out with an attitude to be aggressive here today, because in the past couple games, we kind of saw him being passive. Today, not the same story. He's definitely trying to take control of the offense.
He's made good shots inside. He's drove in inside good as well. See if he keeps up that attitude.
Cherry inside. Cole almost got a piece, but Wade Parmley was not afraid. He puts that one up and in, and the Eagles once again, have a 2-point lead.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where, again, where it's going back and forth throughout this entire time. You see them train baskets here and there, and the Eagles just answered to every point they've had.
I'm going to say Martone stepped out of bounds there, and the Eagles will gain possession off of a turnover from Brendan Martone. Barrett came out of the ball game for a quick breather. In comes Jeffrey Molostin. And a steal from Martone. He's gonna slam it down with authority, and one for Brendan Martone. And that was a kind of poor foul choice by the Eagles. Martone, from the very beginning, you could tell he had that look on his face like he was gonna throw it down.
There was really no point to try to do anything against it. He was clearly going to score on that drive. You saw him just slam it in there with authority.
Martone at the free throw line. The and one is up, no good. Rebound by Mabron. He puts it up quickly, no good. And that's going to end the quarter. That one did not get off in time. It's 10-10, and we saw a highlight reel type play at the end of the quarter there. We're going to send it to a Windy City Bulls replay here quickly and take a look at one of the plays that occurred.
One of the great plays that did happen in this quarter.
Yeah, throughout the quarter. This is going to be the Golden Eagle. Here we go, Windy City Bulls replay. It's going to be the Keenan Cole 3. That one was pretty well contested, and he got it to go. But really, I think the highlight of the quarter is at the end of the quarter there. Brendan Martone threw that ball down, and I think this is what we're going to see right here, possibly. No. All right, well, nevertheless, we're going to send it quickly to a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. We'll be back shortly after these quick message from our sponsors. Well, never mind. We're going to keep it right here. You could see on your screen there, Coach Paul. Wow, I really got myself into a hole here. Paul Qualizin, I'm sorry about the pronunciation there, was drawing up a play for his guys to go back out on the court. I'm sorry to head coach of the Sabres, because I am just going to be dead honest with you. I don't know how to pronounce that last name with like 7 consonants in a consecutive order. But nevertheless, here they come left to right. Triplett gets back into the game after being benched after a poor turnover. LaShawn Triplett gives it up. That's going to be off, last touched by number 14, Jeffrey Molostin.
That could be a very, very bad turnover there. As you see, the momentum is in favor of Streamwood after that dunk.
Keenan Cole now.
Trying to find a man open here.
Yeah, they don't have much going around the perimeter. Keenan Cole will dribble drive. Ooh, he thought about dunking it, he didn't. Keenan Cole for 2.
I think it was easier for him to do the drive in for a layup instead, because that dunk, there was already 2 guys in the way, and it's a lot easier to just push the ball up there instead of dunking.
A 2-point lead here for the Sabres, and I just got a message from one of our producers. It's Kowalzin. So Paul Kowalzin is the Sabre head coach who was drawing up that play. We will keep that in mind from here on out. LaShawn Triplett with another turnover, and that one is a costly one. He throws it away for the second time in a couple minutes that he's been on the floor.
Just seem to be having trouble controlling that ball. They seem might be rushing a little bit here, especially trying to answer back to the momentum change and to try to shift the game back in their favor.
I think he's definitely feeling a little bit of pressure from the bench too after coming out after a turnover. He feels like he needs to perform, and that made him throw away again. Sinek from a deep 3. Marquez with a great play under the rim. As soon as he got the ball, passed it right off to Jack Mabron, and that sprung that easy bucket for the Sabres.
They would use that offensive rebound to give their players a second chance to score, and it paid off.
A dribble drive, they blow right by him. What a bucket there. That's Ethan Greenfield for 2 to get the scoring underway for the Eagles in the second quarter, and he blew right by the defender for an easy layup.
It's going to be important for Streamwood to kind of stop that. They've done it a little bit in the first quarter. Even though they did have some important blocks, they've kind of forgot about guarding that inside a little more, and the Eagles are just taking advantage of it.
Cole with a dribble drive, he'll pass it to Martone, back rim no good. Triplett will push it quickly up the floor. He comes all the way down. They're gonna say it last went off of Triplett's leg, and there is another turnover from Triplett. A timeout will be called, or no, substitution rather.
You can see after that play, he just reared his head back, and there was some anger coming out.
And the coach was very adamantly screaming as they had 6 players on the floor for a little bit of time there. And the Lakes Community Eagles head coach, Chris Snyder, is losing his brain bucket down there. Very quickly off a turnover, Bradley Cherry's gonna get a bucket.
See, the Streamwood coach is very frustrated with that pass. He just threw it a little too high and it hit the basket.
Marquez couldn't get a complete hold on it. Keenan Cole for 3, yes. Keenan Cole with his second triple of the half. And Keenan Cole, as we said previously, seems to have an attack mentality coming out here today. Triplett just missed a layup down on the other end. They're gonna call a hold on somebody as Maybron threw a couple elbows to clear out there after that. If you didn't see, a little bit of frustration there from Jack Maybron.
He was really angry with the way he was being held there. It was only a matter of time for the ref called it, but I can see being frustrated by it because he couldn't really do much.
Yeah, at the same time, that's kind of how a game gets chippy quick.
You don't want extra contact where it doesn't need to be needed there.
Ooh, I don't know why there was a foul called on that. I thought Parmley just played the ball. They're going to say Parmley picked up a foul there. It is only his first, but keep your eye on that if that comes into play later in the game. Inbound to Maybron.
Kevin Bowers also checked in for the Sabres as well.
We saw Kevin Bauer shoot it pretty well last game. We saw the Sabres yesterday in the early morning going. Maybron all the way to the rack, very easily uncontested. And Jack Maybron gets on the board in the second quarter for himself. Far side, LaShawn Triplett now with it, and he actually has had some pretty good opportunities. A good pass there, a three-pointer will rattle in for Logan McCann. Logan McCann gets his first actual bucket of the game. He did have 2 free throws in the first. 17-19, it's been a close battle between the Sabres and the Eagles. If you're just now joining us on YouTube, it's the Hinkle Holiday Classic. I'm Brandon Giese alongside Patrick Harrian, and we're bringing you a good one. That's going to be a charge on Brendan Martone, and the Eagles kind of have a little bit of life here. They've picked up the intensity. It seems like they've got a little bit of the momentum in their favor.
That was a big foul right there. He took the charge, he took command of that play there, and it's good to see that now they're a little more awake than they were before. As you saw the dunk even though we're midway through the second quarter, that dunk last quarter kind of quieted them down.
Greenfield will bring it up left to right now. Bradley Cherry inside. Malostin with a good power move. Excuse me, that was Wade Parmley down there. No fear of a 6'7" defender on him. He knew that his post move would come up successful because he made that one count. Marquez now will bring it up for the Sabres. It's a 19-all game. Martone to Cole, inside out. Cole for 3. Yes, Keenan Cole lighting it up from downtown. Keenan Cole with 13 first half points for the Streamwood Sabres.
3 of those have come off of, he's made 3 3-pointers in this entire half.
Bradley Cherry had a 3-pointer hit the back rim and come back to him. It looked really good the whole way. And now Marquez will take it the other way for the Sabres. Some contact underneath the rim. Maybron ended up on the ground. He's slow to get up. Keep an eye on that. Bauer for 3. Yes, sir. Kevin Bauer trickles the twine, and that will trigger a timeout called. A nice alliteration of T's there for a second. I didn't even really mean it to happen that way, but Kevin Bauer knocks down that 3. They go up by a 6-point lead now. It's 19-25. We have a Windy City Bulls replay. I believe this is going to be Kevin Bauer. And yes, it is. Kevin Bauer, watch him just set right up, and this hits absolutely nothing but the bottom of the net. You cannot shoot a three-pointer much better than he just did right there.
You saw him yesterday. He has range for three-pointer. For a small guy only being 5'9", he can really shoot outside of the court, and he's been pretty good at it too. He's also a pretty good passer, as we saw yesterday. He made some good passes here and there. He can also shoot three, so watch out for him.
Kevin Bauer, definitely a shooter off the bench for the Sabres. The Eagles are just down 6 here. They've went on a little run, but it was just answered by 2 consecutive three-pointers from the Sabres. Keenan Cole and Kevin Bauer answered with six points all from beyond the arc, right back at the Eagles, and the Eagles will take over trying to answer and keep this game within striking distance. LaShawn Triplett will bring it up. Triplett is just a sophomore for the Eagles, and him and Tyler Gunther are the youngest 2 on the team, so these guys definitely have a bright future for the Eagles. Far side, Bradley Cherry now with it. He looks to move the ball back up top, and he does. Inside, Wade Parmley, and they'll reset.
And they might possibly try to do something inside. It's been effective for them this half. The Streamwood's inside defense has been a little sloppy this quarter.
Inside to out, a dribble drive. They work it. Cherry right down the middle of the lane. He couldn't quite get it to go. Keenan Cole with a big rebound. Marquez will give it up to Lamont Cole into the corner. Kevin Bauer again for 3, back rim. Rebound, tipped, and ooh, that's a tough fall there. Right in front of our broadcast booth here. That's Ethan Greenfield with a hustle play to try and get the board, but they couldn't quite handle it. A second chance opportunity for the Sabres. You love to see Nick Droll of the Sabres too hustle right over there to help an opposing player up. That's just a good sportsman-like play.
Especially good to see that after that little elbow incident that was earlier in the game where we thought tempers might flare.
Marquez no good. LaShawn Triplett looked to grab the board, and he does. And now they're going to come the other way with a little bit of tempo. Cole had his back turned to the play for a second. They swing it for 3. That's Logan McCann. He had one earlier. Good offensive board by Parmley, and he'll put that one up and in. Wade Parmley has a pair of buckets here in the second quarter, both coming from that right block.
They seem to be doing a good job of getting rebounds, even against the bigger guys on Streamwood. And with those rebounds there again, they're doing pretty good scoring inside, which is quite surprising.
And yeah, actually, I think we've seen the Sabres fail to block out or box out, however you would call it. And the Eagles are capitalizing on those opportunities. They move it. They're going to get it to Cole. This is probably the guy you want to have the ball at this point in the game. He's going to take like a free throw line, just inside the free throw line jumper, and that's going to fall for Keenan Cole.
He's had 15 points this half. That's a lot, man. He's having himself a day.
Yes, he is. Keenan Cole, as you said, 15 first half points. He's on pace for 30, so keep your eye on Keenan. Cherry with a good move down the lane. He couldn't get it to go. It's tipped around and controlled by Cole, and he throws it away.
Martone's coming back in the game.
Martone will check back in. Bauer to the bench, and so will Sinek, and back to the bench for the, or actually to the bench for the first time is Keenan Cole. 16 seconds remain in the half, so it's not much time without Keenan Cole on the floor for the Sabres. 10 seconds.
Trying to get their last second possession here.
Cherry inside, no good. Rebound by Martone. He'll throw it the full length of the court, but it wouldn't even have counted if it did go. 27-21 here in favor of the Streamwood Sabres. We're going to send it to a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. You'll hear from our sponsors, then we'll bring it back to you when we're ready for some second half action here at the Hinkle Holiday Classic. good old Sinar, but in that be man with years, they're full. Here-ish, you know. Felt bunny or in the exercise your miss, thus you may sell we are pretty sure I'm make us. Well, this is best of Nick Gus. Years for folk, and I'll only there, we're going to survive the here. And I think I'll near the And we are back here in the Jacobs High School gym. It's the Hinkle Holiday Classic presented by Meyer. As you can see there on your screen, all the great teams that come out to participate. But here today we have the Streamwood Sabres taking on the Lakes Community Eagles in this Consolation C Bracket Championship. And what have you seen so far, Patrick, from the Sabres and the Eagles that you're both impressed with and think might need to improve?
I've seen a lot of Keenan Cole from the Sabres. He is just dominating down low and outside. He can make both inside and outside shots. I've also seen pretty good attempts at driving inside from the Eagles, and it's working. As you see, the Streamwood defense is a little off kilter there inside, and it's not really defending very good. So the Eagles just taking advantage, are driving in, making good shots inside, getting good rebounds, and they're just outplaying Streamwood inside.
And you know, that's probably not what we would have expected when we started this game, but it has turned out that Streamwood is, the Eagles have played pretty well inside. I mean, you've seen some good dribble drive opportunities for these teams, and they've also rebounded the ball extremely well on the offensive end of the floor, and that could be something that comes into impact later down the stretch. We always like to do this kind of around halftime, maybe the third quarter. We're sitting at 27-21 right now. What do you think a team has to get to possibly to win this game?
I might go back to the 45 again.
45 again?
Maybe 45, maybe 50, around that 45-50 range.
Right on pace right now for 44 points are the Sabres.
Around there, around that little area, 45, maybe around 50, maybe around 55. Around that little 10-point range is around where I think they need to be to win.
I don't know why my math was just off. I think so. The Sabres are on pace for 54 points.
True, but they could they could try with the Eagles after seeing what Cole is doing. They might try to double team him and stop him because he is the lead scorer. Sonny Martone having 2 and Cynic 3 and Mayburn 4 and Boward 3. He's leading the team. He's carrying them right now in terms of shooting and scoring. So maybe they'll try to double team him and try to prevent him from doing what he's doing best.
So you heard it here first. Our expert analysis, Patrick Harrion, says 45 once again. He was actually dead correct last game. 45 points won the game for the Prairie Ridge Wolves. They took out the Marion Central squad in the third place game for that Consolation A bracket. And we are underway here in the second half of action, and the Sabres have flipped sides. Let's see if Keaton Cole is still on or if they go elsewhere with the ball. Cynic right away for 3. Why not? 3 Cola. Cynic again for 3, and he just continues to light it up from downtown. Every time we see him play, he seems to just find his way to the line.
Also seems like he just keeps going farther and farther away from the 3-point arc.
He keeps going deeper and deeper from the hoop, but they keep going in. A pass to the corner, near side, that's Bradley Cherry. They'll give it back up. LeSean Triplett on the wing. Barrett for 3. Oh, it looked good, but it was just deep. Cole on an outlet. He's gonna go up. They thought he was gonna dunk it, but he went for the safe route as there was a defender there.
I do like the call he made there. Dunking with another defender would have been a little bit difficult, even with his height, but he did do a good double clutch there. Make a good basket.
Parmley for 3, that's not gonna go. Rebound controlled by Martone. Marquez will push it. Cynic in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound there is gonna be off of a white jersey, no, off of Martone.
I think it's important for the Eagles to go back to what they were doing before. They saw them take an outside shot last time, and it just didn't work. And they had trouble with that a little bit last half, not as much. They were more focused on inside. I think it's time to go back and working in again.
There is Bradley Cherry. He gives it up. They swing it to LeSean Triplett. A 3-pointer is up and no good. They rebound well. That's Cherry. He gets it but loses the ball underneath the hoop. They get it back off of a steal, and that's going to be last touch by Brendan Martone.
Seems like when he was on the ground, he kind of forgot about the defender coming in there. He kind of just lofted the pass a little bit and just came out there and intercepted it.
Barrett with a good look for 3, no good. Rebound there is controlled by Wade Parmley. They get a good pass to LeSean Triplett, but Cole was sniffing that one out from the beginning. Cole will halt up and set up a half-court set. Cynic in the corner, wide open for 3, no good. LeSean Triplett, dribble drive, kick. One extra pass, Logan McCann for 3, no good. They've had the opportunity from 3, a lot of good looks, but they haven't been able to knock them down.
They've either overshot it or undershot it, like you saw there. McCann just undershot the shot, and he just couldn't get it there almost.
Keenan Cole got mugged underneath the rim, and he's going to the line for an opportunity to shoot 2.
So maybe a little shaken up from there. He had to go walk around a little bit.
Yeah, and you saw him grab around the hamstring area maybe. He might have taken a hard fall on the back side. Either way, the first one is up and off for Keenan Cole.
It's important for him to stay healthy because he is got the most points on the Sabres offense.
We did see him put up 15 in the first half, and he already does have a layup here in the second. And he will be at the line once again. The second one is up from him, and that one will rattle off the rim, off the board, and fall. Now, Michael Barrett will come back, now trailing by 12. They really need to spark something. LeSean Triplett gives it up. Inside, Wade Parmley with a shimmy step, no good. Rebound controlled by Martone. Kick to Marquez, he sets up and fires for 3, and Zach Marquez gets that one to fall. Timeout call by the Lakes Community Eagles as very quickly it has become a 15-point deficit, and the Sabres have come out firing out of the half.
They've shot good threes, and Marquez, that was his first 3 points of the game, surprisingly. I would have thought he had a little bit more, but he's been moving the ball around pretty good, and he's been also playing good defense as well.
And we are going to do a timeout sponsor this time around. It's going to be the Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin.
Are you going to go check out the site today?
I wish I could shop for a new car.
So, I did do a little bit of research yesterday. I kind of peeked around the site a little bit, looked at some cars. You know, my car did sound a little bit better this morning. It did start up pretty good, so.
You know?
Never know.
I mean, there is an old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Rosen Hyundai, they might be able to offer you something a little sweeter.
It's true, I would like a new car. I have a little over 100,000 miles on my old one.
Over 100,000. What are you driving today?
An old 6 Ford Explorer.
The Exploder. Inbound from Cherry. It'll be brought up right to left by Greenfield.
Be very important for the Eagles to make some kind of shot on this drive. They're just getting farther and farther out of it.
Bradley Cherry will kick it to Greenfield. They give it up. There's Cherry now with it.
Even if they do not score, I wouldn't count them out of it. We've seen teams come back from worse.
An inside pass, and there's Bradley Cherry with a bucket to get him going in the second half, and also to put the Eagles on the board here in the second half of basketball. Marquez will give it up to Lamont Cole. Cole's gonna double dribble.
I didn't see him stop. Did you see him stop?
I don't. I don't know if I'm either missing something here or I wasn't. I'm very confused by that call. I'm just gonna let it go. Maybe he meant to signal for a travel rather than a double dribble, but I thought he just got the pass put on the floor. Did he not?
Huh.
Either
call.
Yeah, either way. And Lamont Cole gets a steal, comes down the other side and gets fouled there by Wade Parmley.
I'll go up for some free throws here. Surprisingly, Streamwood's only made one free throw this entire game.
Lamont Cole will go to the line. That free throw is up and it clangs off the back of the rim. Lamont Cole actually pitched in the last time we saw with 15 points, and in the end, he was the guy they always got it to shoot the free throw, so semi-surprised to see him clang the first one. The second one is up, and that one hits about every part of the rim before falling for Lamont Cole.
It's also his first point of the entire game, which is quite surprising.
Cherry now gives it up to Barrett. They're going to call a foul there on Lamont Cole.
So here's the Sabres coach calling a play here.
They're definitely dropping into a 3-2 zone now. They were one of the only teams that do run that zone, actually. Bradley Cherry now. He'll look to try to break down this zone at some way here. They do give it up on the far side. Greenfield to get it back to Cherry. Barrett, he did have a look at it, but Keenan Cole was closing quickly. Inside, Gunther, throw it up, and that's going to get blocked by Keenan Cole.
Seems like Cole is all he has to do is just stick his arms over for anyone and just block his shot.
Foul was called on Bradley Cherry. Out of the game comes Parmley. Into the game comes McCann, and he'll handle Keenan Cole. as he's tasked with guarding the 6'7" forward. Inside, they're going to say there's a foul called somewhere on 22. That is Logan McCann, who is guarding Cole, as he was trying to body somewhere to get. Cole will make a nice move under the rim, a power step into a layup, and Keenan Cole has 20 for the game.
I do have a very good feeling that my prediction is going to be very wrong.
Cherry swings it inside. They do get it to Barrett, and he just stepped out of bounds. And the Eagles are kind of letting the wheels fall off at this point, 39-23, a 16-point deficit, and they are turning the ball over. They really need to get on a roll here if they're going to make something happen in this Constellation C championship game.
We need to go back to working inside, even though that has...
Oh! That would have been an incredible dunk. Martone just looked at the bench and was very upset with himself for missing that one. I can't believe that he actually went for that in traffic.
He tried to go for the two-handed slam there, and it just didn't work. I mean,
that would have been a highlight reel play from Brendan Martone.
Sure would have been. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Game continues.
Bradley Cherry now with it. We'll give it up to Molostin here in the near side corner. Little to no movement by the Eagles on this side of the court, and that's troublesome as they really need to figure a way to break down this 3-2 zone.
They're in trouble working any play. No one's really open. They definitely need to score in this possession. You don't want to give it back to Streamwood.
They're going to call a travel there on Ethan Greenfield, and the Sabres will take back over with about 1:47 left here in the third quarter.
Another costly turnover there. Just keep digging themselves to a deeper and deeper hole by the second.
Martone now, he crosses the half-court line, gives up to Sinek. Marquez. Marquez for three. Yes! Zach Marquez for three. And they are just slowly but surely widening this lead. It is now 19.
You saw him. He's shown himself that he can make some points around the three-point arc. He's made 2 in this quarter alone.
Swing pass. Molostin here now gives it back up. Inside, Bradley Cherry might have rolled an ankle there.
So whipping around, he's definitely in a little bit of discomfort there.
Toes the line. Cherry puts that one high up into the air, but it does fall through. Bradley Cherry and the Lakes Community Eagles only have 3 points this quarter, and they are all from Cherry. So
you do not want him to get hurt either. If he's really got a rolled ankle or some kind of ankle problem there, you're losing your top scorer right now.
Cherry with the second one up and good. Bradley Cherry with 10 points on the afternoon. A home run ball for Jack Mabrun is converted. After the foul was called, Mabrun continued the play, and I don't know why. We're going to send it to a Windy City Bulls replay really quickly, and I think actually we are not going to do that. We're going to wait for the 54 seconds to look at it in between the quarters. Sinek for three, no good. That's a foul called by Jeffrey Molostin, and they will go to the line. I think it's going to be Marquez. Marquez puts that one up, no good, off We are going to now take a look at the Windy City Bulls replay. That one is short off the front of the rim. Lamont Cole will hustle for it, and that will be a jump ball, that possession arrow. And we have just gotten an update. We are going to wait 46 seconds and take a look at Martone's missed dunk opportunity on the Windy City Bulls replay. Dribble drive for Cherry. He isn't going anywhere at the moment. They get it back to him at the top. They work it into McCann. He'll fire, had it tipped by Martone from behind.
There's again, the Streamwood defense has definitely improved this quarter, but they're now taking the inside drive just out of the equation.
A dribble drive from Marquez. Martone on a dribble drive. They're gonna call a travel on him. Wow. I didn't think it was a travel actually, and the coach argued the same point with the ref. I thought they were actually gonna tee him up, but they did not. Molostin gives it up to Cherry with 7 seconds left in this quarter. He dribbles down the lane. They kick it. A three-pointer is up, and that is good at the buzzer. The highlight of the quarter for sure for the Eagles. That's Ethan Greenfield for three, and maybe that will spark something. Now we will finally take a look at this Windy City Bulls replay. Here is Brendan Martone with the missed dunk opportunity. It was close to being a dunk in traffic. I'm glad we got to peek in on that at the end of the quarter because we were setting that up for about 4 minutes.
Right, you saw with the dunk, he kind of lost control of the ball a little bit. It was a little coming off his fingertips. That kind of attributed to the ball bouncing on the outside, the back of the rim, and then coming back forward.
We are gearing up here for a fourth quarter of action. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to send it to our Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. It's a 30-second sponsor, and we'll be back as soon as that ends. We are actually going to keep it here. The action is too exciting to break away from. You can see inside the huddle there, the Lakes Community Eagles. What are you saying to your team if you're down right now by this deficit?
Try to inch back as much as possible. Capitalize on turnovers. Continue to play good defense. Try to play better, maybe a little better defense against Streamwood's better guys. As long as Marquez kind of block him a little bit, he's been pretty good along the three-point line. Block Cole, blocking Cole, keeping Cynic from not shooting. He's only made one three-pointer this half, and continue to just try to score as much as possible on the three-point line as well on the side of offense. Try to just take advantage and take it possession by possession.
And you heard it here first. Take it possession by possession as best as you can. Work it right into Keenan Cole. They're going to call a foul there. It's going to be in the shooting action, too, so Cole will have the opportunity to go for, I believe, his 21st and 22nd point of the game.
Now Streamwood is now in the bonus.
That one is up and no good for Keenan Cole. Saw a bit of a dissatisfied face as he missed the first free throw. That one is up, and it is good for Keenan Cole.
It's only his second free throw he's made this entire game.
He's been to the line twice. He's went 1 of 2 both times. Barrett work it into Parmley. Back to Barrett for three. No good. Rebound there, controlled by Martone. A quick outlet pass to Cole. He will dribble around the top and give it up. Marquez inside to Cole. He'll do a hop step and a layup, no good. Rebound controlled by LaShawn Triplett.
See, Lamont Cole just seems to be a little bit off this game. He hasn't really made that many points. He's only made one, and that was just from a free throw.
Rebound, or excuse me, stolen ball was tipped around there for a minute and then controlled by the Sabres. Far side swing, they give it up to Lamont Cole. He goes inside out to Marquez for three, in and out. LaShawn Triplett now right to left on your screen. He crosses the Golden Eagle and tries to set something up for the Lakes Community Eagles.
You guys being very important for them to score as much as possible in every possession they have. They haven't really done a very good job of that. Only scoring a few points in the third quarter. Hopefully they can turn it around and try to get closer and closer back from this deficit.
Inside pass to Parmley, no good, but McCann is there to clean up the mess. McCann gets on the board in the second half here early in the fourth. 13-point deficit. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. The Eagles definitely are still in this ball game. They're just going to have to claw back a possession at a time, like my partner Patrick Harrion did say. Oh, wow. That's a touchy-feely foul there. There might have been a little bit of body contact, but nevertheless, Keenan Cole will be going to the line.
Just a little bit of contact. I didn't really see much.
First one is up, and that one falls. And if history's going to repeat himself, the statistic so far in the game says he's going to miss the second one because he has gone 50% at the line so far. Let's see if he can break the trend. Cole toes the line and puts that one up. And this time he hits them both, so Keenan Cole goes 2 for 2 at the line. He has 23 points in the game. Barrett gives it up. A pass inside was picked off by Martone. Mabern coast to coast, he misses it. Oh, excuse me, I thought it was blocked, but it was actually Triplett hitting the backboard. He actually converts on the layup. Jack Mabern coast to coast. Cole with a tip out, and he's trying to go coast to coast himself. He will, and he dunks it in traffic. Keenan Cole.
One of the first dunks we've seen from Cole in this entire tournament.
Keenan Cole decided that he had enough of just laying the ball up. He wanted to throw it down, and that time he did with 2 hands. We're going to send it to a Windy City Bulls replay, and we're going to take a look at Keenan Cole's dunk once again. So the key thing here to note is it's 4-on-1 at this point, and he don't care. He just goes right up and decides to throw it down with 2 hands. Keenan Cole, so far, been a one-man wrecking crew. He's got 25 points just here in the game alone. That's 5 points fewer than the whole Lakes Community Eagles squad, so don't sell this guy short. He's done a great job all around.
You got to just put a man on him as much as possible. But then again, he just went past 4 guys there for the dunk. It's hard to guard that guy, man.
He has 25 points. I just did some quick math, you know. The rest of the Sabres have 24 combined. All of them combined have 24. So he is single-handedly scored more than half of their points. Put a body on him, and maybe there's some sort of run that could happen here for the Eagles. Keep your eye out for Keenan Cole as he continues on early here in the fourth, late here in the game. Bradley Cherry inside, gives it up to Barrett. Out to Molostin. An inside pass is last touched by Lamont Cole, and the ball rolls into our production area down there. Number 11, Michael Barrett, was the one to come and retrieve the ball from our lovely producers. Inbound in. Cherry right off the inbound fires, no good. The rebound is controlled by Sinek. An outlet pass to Lamont Cole is completed, but Molostin with a good defensive play, and he saves it. Here come the Eagles. McCann for 3, no good.
Seemed to aim a little bit more to the right instead of towards the center there as the ball veered off to the right at the end.
Oh, Cole was gonna dunk that one too, but a late contested by Ethan Greenfield caused him to lay that ball up. Logan McCann with an easy bucket there. He was wide open, uncontested from the free throw line.
See guys on the bench of the Eagles here taking their shirts off, probably joining in the game to take out the starters.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to get some players some playing time that might not necessarily get on the field, or on the court all at every other sort of event. That one is put up and no good from the Sabres. It's going to be a full platoon swap for the Eagles. We're going to try to get you updated with them as we can. I saw number 15, Ott. I also saw number 32, Tan come in. A dribble drive there, a scoop layup, no good. Rebound tipped out by Martone and out to Cynic. Let's see if he can flush it. That's barely counts.
Tried to go for the dunk there, but the ball just didn't do the rest of the work.
Dribble drive and an easy layup is converted there. That's Alec Meyer. And you hear some cheers from the bench in the fan section because Alec Meyer got his first bucket of the game, and possibly, I'm not too sure on this, but we could check, maybe his first bucket of the tournament. Deep three from Cynic, yes sir. Nikola Cynic for three, and I'm still not quite sure why the Sabres are continuing to play their starters. This is a common thing that we've seen from Coach Kowalczyk, and I think that if I were him, I would take him out. We're going to go to a Windy City Bulls replay really quickly. I believe it's going to be Nikola Cynic's three. There it is, right there. Cynic way behind the line. Does not matter for him. He got that one to fall as it rattled around the rim and fell.
Deeper and deeper and deeper. He just keeps going back and back and back. He's got mad range.
I do believe that some substitutes have came in off the bench, yes, but you still do have that power three in Cole, Martone, and Cynic. But besides that, you're looking at Sam Eno, Kevin Bauer, and Nick Droll on the court. All guys that do see playing time, whereas some people on that bench over there I know for a fact could be used in this situation up by a wide margin. Definitely a walk there. You saw number 30.
He's kind of shuffling his feet a little bit there. It's definitely clearly a travel.
Yeah, Bradley Bees dragged his feet a little bit there. Bauer with it. He's gonna dribble left to right up the floor. He gets it in to Eno. Swing pass, they get it to Droll for three, no good. Tyler Gunther with the rebound.
Seem to go in and out in that one.
Gunther will pull up for three. Why not? Tyler Gunther for three. Allen dribbles by his defender, a scoop layup, but they're gonna call a charge. And here come some substitutes. Elijah Beach will come in for Keenan Cole. I would imagine that will cap his day at 27 points. Brandon Christopher will check in for Martone, and it is a full platoon swap for the Sabres now. A good game from Keenan Cole, 27 points to help fuel the Sabres to a Consolation C bracket championship. Inside they go. That one's thrown up and off the glass and scored for Bees. Bradley Bees with his first bucket of the game. A foul will be called. I believe that's going to go against number 24, Alec Meyer.
I don't understand why it took Streamwood so long to take their starters out.
This is something that we saw yesterday too from Coach Kowalczyk, and maybe that could be why he didn't take him out this early, because last time he did, we did see the Kennedy team come back, roaring back on him, and they had to reset and regroup because they did only win that game by 12 points, but at a point, Kennedy was within 8 points, I believe, with the bench in the game. Bauer will go to the line for the one-on-one opportunity. The first one from him is up, and that one will fall, so he'll get another chance at the line. Kevin Bauer had a couple of threes earlier in the game, and now is at the line converting the first of a one-and-one.
And Frank Fritzman has subbed in.
Second of a one-and-one is good for Bauer. Right to left, they give it up on the far side. Gunther thought about firing, instead he'll give it up. That's a 3 from Ott, no good, he thought he had it. Rebound by Beach, they're gonna say it was last touched by him.
In between that little play there, you saw Ronnie Harper joining the game.
Gunther thought about it, off the inbound, a spin move. They'll give it up. Gunther for 3, back rim. I'm gonna say it was last touched by number 15, Ott. A minute 35 remains here in the Consolation Seed Championship. Stick with us after the game to hear the all-tournament selection. I'm actually kind of intrigued to see who they do select for all-tournament team from these two squads, because they did have a couple of really good players on each side. That ball was saved and easily gathered by Gunther. He's gonna go coast to coast, but not convert, but he will go to the line. Tyler Gunther will have an opportunity at the line to add to his 3-point total on the afternoon.
Do you have any guesses who might be the all-tournament for Streamwood?
For Streamwood, it's either going to be Cole or it could be any of the big three, Cole, Martone, or Cynic. I mean, Cole had a huge game here that could impact the way that they look at it, as Gunther misses the first one. But at the same time, we did see Cynic light it up a couple times in this tournament. So
even saw Lamont Cole a little bit yesterday.
yeah, Lamont Cole did come up big, pretty big. There's a lot of players from that Streamwood side that could be on an all-tournament team. That one, it does not go as well for Gunther, an 0 for 2 trip at the line. And there's just over a minute left here in the fourth quarter of this Consolation C Bracket Championship. And the Sabres seem to be the ones that are going to go home with it. The first, that is a 3 from the corner, and it hit every part of the rim before rolling out. Elijah Beach couldn't get it to go. Another tip, no.
See, that ball just corkscrewed around. No idea how it didn't go in.
Gunther will give it up. Matt Ott for 3, yes.
Saw the Eagles bench stand up and clap. It's just a good sight to see, especially for a guy who probably doesn't get out there that much.
Their bench can really shoot it. I mean, these guys have came out and shot the 3-ball pretty well. I mean, look, their whole bench brigade already is on the board. 3, 5, 3, 3, 2, and 2. Quickly up the floor they go. That was a foul, definitely not a block, but they didn't call it. 29.6 seconds remaining. Inbound to the corner for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the Sabres. In there somewhere is number 4, Ronnie Harper. Harper at the line. That one is up for him, and it does go. Ronnie Harper gets his first points of this matchup with 23.7 left to go from the free throw line. Second one for Harper, clangs off the front of the rim. Rebound is a scrum. They're diving all over the place. And they turned it over. No, it was last touched by number 32 in white. That is going to be tan.
That's quite the chaotic sequence of events there. Guys diving all over the place, people spinning around.
That one is up, and it is good for number 10, Sam Eno. Ott for 3, no good. Harper, and that's going to conclude this one. The Streamwood Sabres win 61-42 over the Lakes Community Eagles. It was close for a while, but Streamwood really ran away with it there in the end of the game. We saw a pretty good outing from Keenan Cole, 27 points, a dunk for him, and the Sabres will take home a trophy. As you can see, it's being held up in a crowd of people over there near the door. Nevertheless, let's take a listen for the tournament teams. Here's the Constellation C Championship Trophy presentation. So we'll take a look at the Sabres all stepping up there and receiving their C bracket trophy. And we're also going to hear eventually some all-tournament team names. Overall, what a great game from Keenan Cole, though. 27 points, a monster effort. At a point, he had more than 50% of their points scored.
Saw him with the dunk, you saw him taking threes, you saw him driving, and he did everything right today. Surely he'll have a game he'll probably remember for the rest of his life.
Maybe I don't know if they are doing all-tournament team presentation or not. It does not seem that they will be doing an all-tournament team presentation, so we're going to wrap our broadcast on this one. The Buffalo Wild Wings commercial will cue us out, and we'll be back here shortly to bring you another one.
This sports broadcast made possible by contributions from the following. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating and cooling needs, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service, visit them online at customheating.com. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com. Tom the Plumber, Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com. The Windy City Bulls. For tickets and game information for the official G League affiliate of the Chicago Bulls, visit windycitybulls.com. Checkup, the Snapchat of basketball. Find and set up nearby basketball anytime, anywhere. Download the app in the Apple App Store today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit their locations in Algonquin and Hoffman Estates for some award-winning wings spun in one of 21 sauces or dry rubs. Or try a tasty burger or wrap. There's something for everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hoffman Estates at Route 59 and 72 or in Algonquin on Randall Road.